Why was that funny?
Hey.
What made that funny?
There was a time when Will Smith was untouchable. He wasn't just a star, he was the king of charisma. From the fresh Prince of Bel-Air to the biggest blockbusters on earth, he built an empire of laughter, action, and charm. He was the man who could fight aliens, save the world, and still make you cry in The Pursuit of Happiness. For decades, his image was flawless. Family man, Hollywood royalty, a symbol of success. But then, the cracks began to show, a single confession, a single betrayal. And suddenly, the man who once seemed invincible was exposed to the world in the most humiliating way possible. But that was only the beginning, because what came next would destroy his reputation and turn him from Hollywood's golden boy into its most controversial figure. It was 2020. The world was locked inside. Screens were the only escape. And that's when Jada Pinkett Smith dropped the bomb. She admitted to an entanglement with her son's close friend, August Alsina. The word itself became a weapon, a polite mask for betrayal. The cameras rolled, Jada explained.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah,
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes.
Will sat beside her, silent, eyes heavy. The internet froze on his face, the face of a man breaking in real time. Memes exploded, sympathy poured in. For the first time, people didn't see the Fresh Prince. They saw a wounded man, trapped in his own home. And yet, instead of destroying his wife's image, the scandal clung to him. He became the symbol of humiliation, the man who smiled through the pain. But the truth? That was only the first blow. Because the world hadn't seen the moment that would change everything, the night Will Smith's mask shattered in front of millions. March 27th, 2022, the Academy Awards, a night meant to celebrate Hollywood's finest. Chris Rock takes the stage, a joke about Jada, laughter from the crowd. But then, Will Smith stands up. He walks with purpose. And in front of the entire world, he slaps Chris Rock across the face. The room falls silent. Millions watching at home wonder if it's a skit. It wasn't. Will returns to his seat. His voice cuts the air like a blade. Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
The world had never seen him like this, furious, uncontrolled, and then, minutes later, the twist no one could believe. He wins the Oscar for Best Actor. Tears streaming, voice shaking, he apologizes, but not to the man he just struck. For some, it was shocking. For others, unforgivable. In a single night, the man who built his legacy on laughter became the face of Hollywood's most public meltdown. And the punishment? Swift. A 10-year ban from the Academy. Reputation in flames. But what followed after the slap would prove even darker. After the slap, nothing was the same. Studios hesitated. Fans turned cold. The man once known for box office magic suddenly became box office poison. Projects were delayed, others quietly canceled. His carefully polished image, the family man, the hero, the everyman, was gone. So, Will pivoted. Back to music. Back to the roots that made him famous. But the world wasn't buying it. His single, Girls, dropped. And the response was brutal, outdated, forced. A man chasing relevance instead of creating it. It felt less like a comeback, and more like desperation. The whispers grew louder. Had Will Smith finally lost the spark? Was this the fall of a legend? But just when it seemed his career couldn't sink lower, he made a move that would ignite an even bigger storm. Will Smith wanted this world to believe his comeback was unstoppable. Clips from his concerts started appearing online. Packed arenas, screaming, signs waving. On the surface, it looked like proof that the legend still had it. But the internet noticed something odd. The faces in the crowd, distorted. The signs, gibberish. Some read, "Help me survive cancer." Others looked like a machine's failed attempt to write, "I love you, Will." It didn't take long for people to call it out. The footage was AI, fake, manufactured hype. The irony cut deep. The man who once battled rogue robots in I, Robot, now accused of using AI to keep his career alive. Fans started to ask the question Will never wanted to hear: if this was fake, What else in his life was a lie? And that's when his past AI experiments resurfaced. Memes of him eating spaghetti, warped images, strange digital jokes. At first, they were harmless fun, but now they looked like a warning. The line between real and fake was gone. And for Will Smith, the fallout was just beginning. What started as harmless experiments soon became a nightmare. The Will Smith eating spaghetti meme, once just a goofy internet trend, turned into his most enduring digital legacy. Instead of blockbuster scenes or iconic speeches, people remembered him as a glitchy AI joke. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had become the punchline of the future. Fans scrolled through his posts, wondering what was real. Every clip, every photo, every performance, questioned. Even his own shows, were the crowds genuine or another AI trick? It was humiliating. The man who wants to find cool, reduced to a digital clown. And worse, it wasn't just about him anymore. This scandal sparked a bigger fear. If AI could rewrite Will Smith's reality, how long before it rewrote ours? But for Will, the storm wasn't over. Because his greatest humiliation didn't come from technology. It came from inside his own home. As the AI drama spiraled, another problem refused to fade. Jada. She wasn't just a wife anymore. She became a headline machine. Her interviews, her confessions, her red table talk. Each time, another piece of Will's private life dragged into the light. One clip burned into the internet forever. Jada filming him without consent. Will exhausted, pleading, "Don't just start rolling. My social media presence is my bread and butter." The look in his eyes told the story. A man who could once command any stage in the world, now begging for control inside his own home. Sympathy turned to mockery. The memes weren't about strength anymore. They were about weakness. The Fresh Prince wasn't running the kingdom. He was a prisoner inside it. And with each viral moment, the cracks in his legacy spread wider. But the question remained, could he ever rise again? Every fall from grace leaves one question. Is there a way back? Will Smith has tried. Music tours, viral posts, public apologies. But each move feels like a man chasing shadows of the past. Hollywood has a short memory for failure, but an even shorter memory for forgiveness. Some believe his legacy is too stained to recover. Others think he just needs one role, one hit, to remind the world who he was. Yet every attempt so far has been met with doubt. Is it genuine? Or another illusion? A real comeback? Or just more smoke and mirrors? For Will, the clock is ticking, because in Hollywood, the audience doesn't wait forever. And if he can't reclaim the magic soon, his story may end not as a legend, but as a warning.